Assalamualaikum, my name is Akma and we are going to review this video right here with a special focus on non-verbal communication. We are going to talk about 4 key elements, that is eye contact, pace of the speech, facial expression, and tone of the speech.
Hi and Assalamualaikum everyone, my name is NAJIHAH and you can call me Najihah. Before we go deep into 4 non-verbal communication, which is the main topic of our video, I want all of us to understand the content of the video that we already reviewed. The title or the topic of this video is Why School Should Start Later for Teenagers by Wendy Troxel. In the video, the speaker wants to educate people that school should not start early in the morning, especially at 7 a.m. Why? This is because it can disturb their sleep schedule since teenagers need at least 8 hours of sleep or else it can cause sleep deprivation. She also stated that sleep deprivation can lead to lots of problems, including mental health issues, depression, behavior changes, and many others.
First, let us talk about the eye contact. Throughout the video, the presenter makes frequent direct glances at the audience, which helps build a sense of invitation and engagement. For example, in the opening minute, the presenter holds the viewer's gaze for several seconds at a time, giving a sense of sincerity and also confidence. However, in some transitional moments, the presenter's eyes shift downwards or to the side for extended periods of time. In such moment, the viewers may feel slightly disengaged or wonder if the presenter is being momentarily unsure of her own speech. Next, I'm going to talk about the pace of the speech. The presenter starts at a moderate pace, clear, steady, and easy to follow. This pace is effective in the first section as it gives the audience time to absorb what's being said. However, at the midpoint of the video, there's a noticeable long pause of over 4 seconds. This moment of silence not only draws attention but also creates a reflective atmosphere that allows the audience to process what has been said so far. On top of that, it also gives the impression that the presenter is confident and intentional with her delivery, not rushing to fill every second with speech. The pause adds emphasis to the following section and also helps reset the audience's mind. Overall, this variation of pacing, combining with steady speech and also meaningful pause, enhances the impact of the speech and also keeps the audience engaged.
Alright, right now let us move on to another 2 non-verbal communications, which are face expression and tone of speech. First, I want to explain about face expression. It sounds very familiar, isn't it? But what is face expression? By the definition, face expression refers to the movement or the position of the muscles on our face that can show how you feel. And yes, it is non-verbal communication that is related to our emotion. For example, if we smile, it means that we are happy. But how about we feel sad, angry, or maybe serious about something? Then we can express it by frowning our eyebrow. So, in the video that we reviewed previously, yes, we did identify the speaker used different face expressions at different parts in her speech, and one of it is frowning. She demonstrated a serious emotion in her speech by frowning her eyebrows, especially when she mentioned an important part that audience should be focused. For example, when she explained on how sleep deprivation can affect teenagers' health. To be honest, this technique is so important for us to include in our speech. Why? Because it can help us to deliver our emotions to the audience so that our audience can understand better about the content of our speech. Now, the last point for our non-verbal communication, which is tone of speech. Ladies and gentlemen, actually, tone of speech can be categorized into several categories, including pitch, volume, pace, and many others. But for today, in this video, I just want to focus on pitch only. So as usual, what is the definition? So, pitch in our tone refers to the sound level of our voice, whether it is high tone or low tone. First, high tone. It is usually used when we want to express excitement, surprise, or maybe when we want to ask a question. However, for low tone, it is often used when we are sad, serious, calm, or when we want to cool down a situation. For example, in the video that we reviewed, the speaker used a low tone when she wants to talk about something that is not too serious. For example, when she shared with the audience about her experiences, and then when she shared to the audience about her stories. Hence, by adding a severe tone in our speech, actually it can make our speech more fun, more interesting, more enjoyable to hear, and our speech are not going to feel tense all the time. Do you get it? Now, it's time for the conclusion. So, to conclude our video, it is so important for us to practice different non-verbal communication if we want to be a good speaker. Why? Because by adding this technique in our speech, it can make our speech become more meaningful, more interesting, and it can give a big impact to the audience. And they can even understand our speech not just through the words, but also through our emotions. So, if you guys understand about non-verbal communications, now is your time to shine by practice this technique, and to be a good speaker in the future. That's all from us. Thank you very much and see you in the next video. Bye-bye and Assalamualaikum.